Locking in $120 for today with some partial Bitcoin profits taken. What's going on, guys? This is today's trade recap for Tuesday, December 5th. So we finished today $120 of realized gains. We entered a new trade and we've locked some more of Bitcoin. I've actually locked in 60% of the Bitcoin trade. If you jump in here on TradeZelle, we've locked in a realized gain of $254.68. We still have an open position and we're looking for more, which I will show you where. So here's the trade breaking out to the upside into the upper 30K range, upper 38K range is the breakout level. I've now locked gains as it's made about a $5,000 move off of that break in the past couple of days, which is awesome. But as Bitcoin is extending to the upside here, we have to understand this is in a parabolic stage. Like, this has had a big move, right? And we are pretty much parabolic right now. So proactively lock gains. Stop loss moves up to break even, so we cannot lose. Worst case scenario, I'm making 254, whatever the number was. 254.68 is the worst case scenario for me on this trade. Okay? From an initial risk of about $150, I believe, was the initial risk. So I think it's pretty solid. Now, in terms of upper targets, we've been talking about this, and I think that the next logical spot on this is going to be the mid to upper 40K range, meaning that 45 to 48K is kind of the spot. And if you jump over to the volume profile, you'll see a little bit of a volume node right there. We're actually approaching an area where there really hasn't been a lot of volume traded up until about 46K. So as we approach 46K, I'll be locking the rest of the gains in. So if we get that push in the next day or two because we get a quick spike, cool. If we don't, we don't. We'll see how this goes. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're targeting pretty much these highs is what we're targeting. Pretty close. So again, right, want to make sure we get some gains here. We've made a nice move, right? This is well above a 1-to-1 risk reward at this point in time. So we're looking good. Want to lock some gains in, but if this thing keeps going, there's no sign that, hey, it's going to fall off. So if it keeps going, I want to make sure that I'm there for the continuation of this extension. And so that's what we have that open for. Now, jumping into back here on our dashboard, we are currently, this is our current month, we have open positions in Apple and Bitcoin. We do have open positions in Meta and in Adobe, which were not closed from last month. They're not looking amazing, but they are still open. And then recent trades, these are the recent trades. So nothing crazy so far this month. Made $100. We had one losing trade there, winning trade, and the rest have been swings that we've been in. These numbers will probably come down a bit, or they'll figure themselves out. This is just very small amount of data, but our average winner has been 210, loser's been 63, winning at a 75% rate. But again, that's only a couple of trades that have been locked in so far on the month. Jumping over to Surge Trader's dashboard, let's refresh this so you can see where this looks at what we are looking at live here. Our net portfolio value is currently up $62 on the day. We realized $120 in gains there. It's a balance. And we're 37% of the way through our growth target. And, I think that the reality, well, not reality. I'll pull up the next trade that we have in a second. But the scaling up phase, as we have good setups, will, hopefully start to progress, I think is the plan. But again, I don't want to do too much too quick and then get caught in, consolidation or whatever. So jumping back to the charts, that new position is on Apple. Now, I do like this trade. I do. However, I see there potentially could be some problems. So we'll see what happens the next day or two. I do not anticipate holding the full position of this through CPI and PPI and all that stuff next week. Just no need to take that extra risk. However, it's Tuesday and CPI is Tuesday. So if we don't get a move by Friday to either the take profit area or stop loss area, I'll consider potentially getting out of it and just moving on, letting it, whatever it is. It's a small loss, small win, whatever it is. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But here's the trade idea. Apple has made a big move up. We fall into consolidation for a couple of weeks, kind of like a bull flag, right? Here's your flag, and now you're breaking to the north of that. Now, I don't know. We still got 25 minutes or so until the day ends. So I don't know how this upper wick is going to look, but we did break a new high Ideally, it's at 193 right now. I would like to see Apple close over 193. Doesn't mean I'm going to get out of the trade if it does not, but that would be a good sign. We are still 25 minutes ago. We are breaking up to, volume wise looks good. It's going to be the highest volume we've seen since back to the beginning, the first half of November looks like. Maybe more, right? We'll see. Depends upon how the last, 25 minutes comes in. So you have that confirmation. So you got the breakout, you've got volume, which is what I want to see. That's exactly what I want to see. So it looks good. It's a valid trade to me. The breaking candle low is my stop loss, which happens to be this volume node right here at 190. So if Apple falls under 190, I am out. And then in terms of targets, I am looking up to the top of this area. I don't see a reason why we based off of where this consolidation was, the move that we saw from 166 all the way to 190s, and now breaking this consolidation in low 190s, I don't see why we can't be targeting up near 200. Now, am I saying 200? Not necessarily. I'm looking actually towards 199, just shy of that level. I think 200 will be a very big psychological level on Apple. I wouldn't be surprised for some big reactions there. Could it blast through? Sure. But if you do the math from an entry around this 193 area, and you put a stop loss at today's low, and then you target 199, that would approximately give you just north of a 2-to-1 risk reward. So that's why I targeted around 199. Not only because I like targeting just below psychological levels, but I also look for, a 1+ risk reward. In this case, a 2-to-1 looks good to me. Now, could I have gotten in earlier? Yeah, it would have been nicer to get in, 192. Yeah, but again, the 193 was it was more so the break level. So it was validated there. And the move happened very, very fast in the morning. So it was kind of tough to get in without jumping in the first 10 minutes of the day and being like, well, we could easily reverse. And then you're getting screwed. So I don't like to trade really the first 10, 15 minutes of the day. I leave it alone. So that was the deal. So this is another swing trade. This may take a couple of days and, in terms of where we end up. Hopefully this occurs. Well, I don't want to say hopefully. It doesn't matter. I don't really care. But we'll have an answer. You'll either know. Either we're going to drop $3 or we're going to move 7, or 6. Sorry. So we'll see. Today Apple moved about 3. Well, it was up here nearly $5 on the day, if not around $5 on the day. So it has the potential for the range. Just, I'm not expecting it to move $5 in one day. However, if it did, that would be awesome. And I'd probably lock some gains. Because that would be pretty close to my targets. So we'll see what happens. That's the trade, though, on Apple. Less is more, my friends. Less is more. Currently up 567 on the month of December, which we are only 5 days in, and we really are only... what is today? Today's Tuesday. 3 trading days in. Technically, this was locked in on a Sunday, which is Bitcoin, which is, crypto trades all the time. So there he is. But I will take that. So looks to be like we're off to a decent start here in December. And this trade, oh yeah, by the way, I took 80 shares. So inside of here, you'll see 80 shares. So that risks me about 236 for my initial trade risk. Oh yeah, look at this. TradeZella's got it all logged, baby. TradeZella, we got to give him a round of applause. TradeZella's great. So this is on the daily charts, and this is a bull flag setup. Boom. So yeah, so basically my stop loss is 190, which I have right here. 199 is my target that I have set. I can adjust that, or I may take some partial profits on the way up, depending upon what happens tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, we'll see if our stop is not hit or if we make a move to the upside. But yeah, risking 236 to make 284, essentially risking less than 250 to make about $500. That's kind of the sizing. Now on the bigger picture charts, I think I'm more willing to take more risk for more reward, because the charts, the setups, I like them better. They're cleaner. On the shorter term time frames, I'm not sure I'm there yet to jump to that sizing. I think that would be a little much, because there could be a lot more trades and, on the shorter term time frames. So the big ones, let them work. Whereas, I'm probably not going to risk 250 on a day trade. Maybe it's going to be 150. That's kind of where I'm looking at right now. So that's where we sit. So that's kind of our numbers, risk reward, where the mindset's at and all that stuff, and how I'm feeling. So Surge Trader dashboard, all this good stuff. We are currently looking at what's our drawdown, our high water mark right here. We got that marked out. We max drawdown, it would be down around 47.6. Daily loss is down here under 49. Nothing too crazy. I don't trade this very aggressively, so I don't really have to worry about those numbers unless I went on like a month-long drought / red streak, which is possible. It's always possible, but I think I would probably be able to do a better job of like reining myself in and just taking a break versus forcing after a few that don't work, you know? So that's the look. Apple's going to close. We'll see where it closes, but maybe around this 193, maybe above, maybe below. Either way, I don't think it really matters. I like the volume, I like the breakout. So we're going to hold this one with a 190 stop. Thanks so much, guys. That is today's trade recap. Links to TradeZella, tracking resource down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.